Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakorash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations as always to the elect. I just wanted to tap into this article here. The UN, right, unelected rulers who make the real decisions for how, ultimately this world is going to, be governed and forward itself, along with the World Economic Forum, all right, the W um, to the H to the Izzo. If you're noticing, all of these people are ultimately at the forefront of pushing the policies that are going to, drive how the world is going to be ran, all right? And it's going to affect, our everyday lives as we prepare, to stand firm on our oath we made with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and not bow the knee to the image of Baal, because ultimately that's where it's all headed. All right. So in order for you to participate in society, all right, digital IDs will be mandatory. Okay. And again, all right, this is all a part of gradualism. All right. But the rulers of this thing called United Nations, which they also have a part in the establishment of the state of Israel. You didn't vote for them. You don't know who they are, which we don't get into voting anyway. But, who are these people that are making, decisions as to how this world is going to be governed? All right. And if they're able to just pretty much say this, well, what's the purpose of the president? Which your president, Joe Biden, has allowed, all right, billions, all right, not billions, millions. As a matter of fact, let me pull up the proper number. All right, this is off of a news break. Governor Abbott declared over 2.4 million illegal immigrants crossed the border, and they don't know what these people are about, what their motives are. So this is going to be used as a means to bring about, all right, these digital IDs, because they have to know who's who, what's their motives. It's going to be used to promote fear tactics. They're already telling you that, people with, Hamas-driven, ideologies are amongst these people, okay? And you're being set up for the okie doke. And this is all under the, the presidency of creepy Joe Biden, which ultimately he's doing the bidding of the elite, okay? This past week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has been in Israel showing his support, all right, yada, yada, yada. While in Israel, according to a press release, Governor Abbott said on November 2nd about the border crisis, this past year, 2.4 million people were apprehended coming across, all right, the border illegally. As you know, that includes the highest number of people who are on the terrorist watch list. There you go. We're extraordinarily concerned about terrorists in our country. All right. The top job of the commander-in-chief is national security. Joe Biden is failing at national security because he's not keeping potential terrorists out of the country. And we know it's all a ploy. We know whether you go left, whether you go right, pretty much these devils are all operating and working together. But that's going to be a means for these devils to bring about, okay, these this system of digital governance, digital IDs. Okay. It says the UN has announced its plan to roll out digital IDs worldwide by the year 2030, which will be mandatory for people who wish to participate in society. So again, in order for you to participate in society, you're going to have to come up under their digital grid, which this is nothing more than the modern day Tower of Babel. All right. And it's going to be complete, all right, by the charagma. But when you have this digital ID, which I believe there's going to be some form of attack or, false flag before 2030. I hope we're not here by 2030. I don't believe we will be. All right. But, to hasten All right, this protocol, some type of attack is getting ready to happen. Okay, and ultimately they're gonna say we don't know who's who. All right, and they're gonna draw you in, okay, to that digital system. As a matter of fact, he wants to heap unto himself all nations. He's never satisfied. Okay, he's never satisfied. And again, this will give him the ability to weed out those who are against his system, as many are going to protest and fight. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right, he's all over the world. He's very proud. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Okay, and you say, well, how do we know this is talking about Esau? Well, ultimately, Habakkuk is getting a vision of end time prophecy, because Habakkuk's cry was, Lord, when are you going to end all of this injustice? Why are these heathen who, make void your laws and, devour people, and how are they able to just get away with this? Which he was living at the time of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. The Chaldeans, which the modern day Chaldeans are the people who run the UN, the WEF, and all of these organizations, all right, that really have the power, all right, the witches and warlocks, all right, who commune directly with Satan and these different demons on the left-hand side. That's why the scriptures talks about put on the whole armor, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay, he wrote that, ultimately to the church of Ephesus. Paul wrote that, and we're in a modern day like Ephesus, all right? All kind of idols, evil, okay? And here we are. And basically, Habakkuk is given a vision here in the second chapter of how it's going to end, how all of this injustice is going to end. It wasn't going to end through the Neo-Babylonian Empire. It wasn't going to end through, the Persians, the Medes. It wasn't going to end through the Greeks. All right, it wasn't going to end through the fourth beast, which is Rome. It's going to end through the extension of the fourth beast, which is the revival of Rome, which is ran by the Edomites. Esau is the end of the world. So he's given Habakkuk a vision of the nation that will be in rulership when he did end it. That's why it leads into Habakkuk, the third chapter, which is the invasion of the chariots to take this devil down, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take something of a higher power to take this devil down. We can't fight our way out of this. We can't shoot our way out of this. All right. The only power we have comes from on high and through speaking this word, which that ability through us, as we have this treasure in earthen vessels, comes from on high. So, yea, also he transgressed by wine, his philosophy, his way of rulership, his ideology. Okay, I was just looking at a article where only about 40% of the people in America believe that, they were created by God. 60% believe they came from monkeys or, Big Bang and all of this crap, which even the people who believe they came from a God, that 40% is all bugged out because of these philosophies. So he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as death. All right, everything he promotes and pushes is death based. We're pushing life, see, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. See, he wants to gather unto himself all nations and heap unto him all people. And this precept we always bring out, dealing with what Antiochus Epiphanes did, because that's who this is talking about in Daniel 8:25, which is then is now. Antiochus was the one in the book of Maccabees who was responsible for pushing Hellenization hardcore, all right, on the nations, including the Jews. Okay, you can get that in the book of Maccabees. But this was his mindset, because he came peaceable at first, all right, but ultimately his goal was to Hellenize, all right, all of the people, which this NWO, this New World Order that they're bringing about, is a form of Hellenization in a technical sense. Okay, they want to put their brand on you, because as you read the history, the Greeks, which were the Edomites who took the land of Japhet, they brought the people under a registry where they had to get a brand on them. All right, in reverence to the god Dionysus, which was like a leaf. They had to get a brand on them. Okay, so systems of branding, all right, to show your allegiance to a particular god, tattoos. It's nothing new, all right. The modern day form of these things is starting with this jab, and then it's going to end with that charagma. Okay, the charagma. Okay, the chip. Daniel 8:25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his mind, and by peace shall he destroy many. So a lot of these various different situations that are popping up, all right, that are being pointed out, as domestic terrorists, or the boogeyman, or something for people to worry about. He's going to use his policy, okay, and the talks of peace and safety as a means to destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Okay, and Esau Edom, all right, is anti-Messiah. He's anti-Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Everything that he does, oppose it and exalt it against our power. Okay, and he's going to be broken. Okay, so by peace, he's going to destroy many. Okay, and as we're reading here, they have a plan, all right, to bring everybody up under this digital grid. This is the modern day Tower of Babel. Okay, it says the UN's development program is launching a project to advance the agenda, which will ensure all members of the public will be forced to participate in the scheme. So you think they're just going to stop there? Remember, he is as death and cannot be satisfied. So he's trying to heap unto himself all the nations. He wants everything under his control, under his watch, under his governance, which is why a lot of people have to be, taken back to the spirit world. Okay, we see that agenda. Okay, and again, as they say in there, that those Georgia Guidestones, they want the population to be at a certain amount. I believe it says 500 million, so that it can be easier for them to govern and control under this, man. It says the project, all right, is based on what's known as digital public infrastructure, DPI. All right. The unelected globalist organization justification for demanding that the human race be pinned down with digital IDs is the alleged necessity to reach their sustainable development goals. DPI, okay, is a recent emerged buzzword used by the bureaucrats and corporate elites during discussions about using technology to rob the public of their freedoms. And you already don't have any freedoms. But the goal is that ultimately you be completely under their rule. Your thoughts, your movements, okay, everything that you do, all right, which is on one level being done already, is tracked, traced, all right, but then they'll be able to ration, they'll be able to limit, your resources and everything, in the earth based upon your social credit score. And we've been telling you that this is coming. All right. But again, he's going to promote all of these things as if they are something to help you, as a gift. All right. But in order to get there, he's going to he's going to have to use various scare tactics, which they're coming. Why do you think he's allowing all of these people over here? You think they're just coming over here to have a party? No, these devils are getting ready to bring the pain. They're getting ready to come down with great wrath. They have but a short time. They quoting scriptures. They bugging out nonstop. Okay, Esau is nonstop on the block, right? It says the push for DPI, digital IDs, V-passports, and central bank digital currencies is being championed by the WEF. All right, the fourth industrial revolution, where what do they say? The people change. Okay. We've been showing you in the just type in what is the fourth industrial revolution with Mr. Schwab clause, and what does he say in the fourth industrial revolution, which you can look up the history on what the first, second, and third industrial revolutions were. Who started it? The British. Okay, the British, going back to the 1800s. All right, and now they're up to this point, where they're able to do miracles. They have this technology. Now they want to make and create man in their image by merging man with that technology so that he can have full control and be God on earth. All right, but it's gradually happening right in front of our face. Okay, and who's backing it? Gil Bates and his foundation. All right, the UN and the European Union. All right, the beast system. Okay, the beast. That's basically what what we're reading. Okay, and how did the gates of hell leave off from dealing with computers and become, all right, one to tell you what to do with your body? Because ultimately we're witnessing a technocracy where ultimately they're going to have the ability, all right, to use, all right, technology as a means to heal you. And this is not medical information. We're just going in the news. And what's going to be that way? Okay, what's going to be the final goal of their peace and safety that they're promising the people? Okay, well, the scriptures tells us this. Okay, the scriptures tell us in the book of Revelation that he's going to do what? Revelation 13 and 8. Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, all right, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, which this is something physical. We always go into this. All right, but receive, which I got this from the elder you call in Arkansas, didomai. Okay, to give something to someone of one's own accord, to give something to his advantage. So it's going to be looked at as an advantage, as a gift. Okay, and when they bring these scare tactics, people are going to be looking for solutions. All right, when this market crashes and people lose everything that they thought they had, all of these investments, 401ks, what was in your bank account, people are going to be looking for something, all right, that will enable them to buy, sell, live, and ultimately forward themselves in the earth. And he, as God, all right, is going to be the one giving you these particular things as what? Something for your advantage, to grant. Okay, to one asking, let have, to supply necessary things, to deliver. He's going to deliver. See, it's all pretty much centered around his mindset. All right, to give over to one's care and trust. Okay, let's see here. To appoint to an office, to follow as a leader, to care for his interest. Boom, to grant or permit one. See that? To grant or permit one. Okay, permit is what? All right, to give authorization or consent to someone to do something. So we're seeing the gradual mindset centered around the charagma right here. All right, because if you want to participate or have access, eventually you're going to have what is known as a digital ID, which we know this is going to what? It's going to, they're not going to stop. Okay, so let's see here. DPIs are being promoted to aid development in several ways. However, what often gets lost in corporate speak is that the push for DPI is a ruse to speed up introduction of digital IDs and payments with the deadline of 2030. So they only have but a short time, and they saying 2030, but we know they getting ready to push all of this soon. Okay. The UN described the project as advancing the conversation around developing of safe, inclusive, and safe, peace and safety, man. All right, and there you go. So it's all about peace and safety, man. And these same names always pop up. Gil, all right? And the Lord said the gates of hell will not prevail, all right? And what's beautiful about it is the Lord already said, I have, all right, 7,000, all right, which is the 144,000, which through their message, the large multitude, all right, ultimately going to be, driven to fear the Lord and not bow, all right? You got all of these Israelite leaders doing everything but preparing their congregations for what's coming down the pipe, all right? And a lot of these dudes are popping up, making it a point to tell you that, you don't have to worry about these technologies. None of these things matter. They're just using fear tactics. Don't listen to GMS. And the chip don't have nothing to do with his plan. All right. Well, when these things happen and come, you're going to need what? Wisdom and knowledge to be stable. See? To be stable, to be rooted. As the scriptures say, be immovable. Put on the full armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, 50 countries are designated as global test beds where the DPI in question will receive, all right, a concerted push from said entities. Unsurprising, the technology will be tested in third world countries. Africa, they're always over there. Remember, they were over in Ethiopia scanning people's eyeballs. And then what happened? People start getting headaches, complaining. Okay, the devil just show up talking about I want to scan your eyeballs and get all this information, then he just dips off. Okay? In September, they came out with a series of articles pushing for DPI enforcement. The WEF promises that the new cashless societies and digital IDs will be welcome to the public due to the zero knowledge tech. And of course, the WEF is only thinking about the children while pursuing this new technology. Children's rights around the world can be boosted by investing in digital public infrastructures, said one caption. And they always use the children, all right, to push their agendas, man. Let's see if they got any microchip articles. One second here. Yep. There you go. You just read those titles, all right? So the one who, and this is what's happening, their own tongues is falling on themselves. So a former member of them turned whistleblower warns about their plan to put the charagma in people. So we're witnessing the plans of them implementing these things right in our face. It's right here. Okay? Yeah. See? And with all of the dangers, as you can see here, this was last year, there are rational reasons to put these charagmas in children because too many of them are coming up missing. So the solution to all of the problems that they're getting ready to bring is going to start with a digital ID to where you're going to have to, be under this grid so we can identify you, know what you're about, know, if you've, been boosted, throusted. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out. Hopefully I'll edify it on to the next. Shalom.